I'm gonna do a little bit of a citrus update with our sweet kumquat or the Maywa kumquat, and I'll do like a longer video later with all our potted citrus, how they fared with the Texas storm, and what survived and what's flowering and whatnot. But I'm gonna concentrate on this one. This is my favorite citrus. This is the Meiwa sweet kumquat. I also, well, it died, a Nagami kumquat. The rootstock's still alive with a lot of potential grafting. So I'm going to be grafting the, hey river, I'm gonna be grafting the scion from this to the, I'm pretty sure it's a trifoliate rootstock. So they started flowering mid last year, I believe. It takes a while for the fruit to be sweet, like high sugar content, that is. I mean, you can tell really the sweetness is there even though they're still kind of green. And you eat this with the full skin. You don't peel it, you just eat it like so. You get tart and sweet, and you get some of that sweetness on the skin as well. So this one is, I would say, 4 years old now, and I think it pretty much stayed in this pot. Maybe a 15-gallon, or I'm not really sure, probably. The caliper, I'm gonna put my hand in comparison. So there you go. So I think it would have been a lot bigger if I moved it to a mineral tub, but the problem with that is it'll get too heavy for me to protect it during winter. This year the rest of the potted citrus, I put them inside a shed, not the barn, or not inside the house. And it didn't go below, I would say 30 degrees there. I mean, at 32 degrees, it didn't freeze. So no damage at all on any of the citrus. So the sizes vary. Some on the fruit, some are small as that one, my hand comparison, and then they get, I think that's their biggest size right there. This one here also, although that looks kind of elongated, but their trait is mostly the round kumquat fruit. The Nagami is a lot longer, and the Nagami is the sour version of this. So this one is really fun to eat, especially when you demoed it first time on how to eat it with friends, where you eat the entire rind. And it's first they're hesitant to do it, but once they tasted it and it's sweet and a little tart, they really enjoy eating this one. This is my wife's favorite as well. We usually don't harvest this. We just eat as we pass by, kind of deal. So it lasts, the fruit lasts a lot longer with citrus. It's like a refrigerator holding them. You can leave them in there for months. So I mean, just a sample, we pretty much harvested all the fruits from our Arctic frost. I mean, there's still some. They've been here for 5 months and they're still good. So citrus, you harvest as you go. They hold on to the fruit. Look at this lemon right here. We only harvest what we need. Of course, we feel, you know, you give them a little squeeze which one is kind of ready to go and whatnot. But this will stay here for months. So last time I think we had fruits on the kumquat, the Maywa kumquat, May, I think May or June. We still have some. We will eat one and then pass, and you know, 'Cause there's other, especially now coming into spring, there'll be tons of other fruits in the property, like blackberries will go crazy, blueberries, and then of course muscadines, apples, and some plums. So there's plenty of variety. Figs also, but need to take a look at those. I don't think they got damaged during the storm. All right, this is our citrus killer right here. It keeps eating all the flowers. All right, so let's take a look at the volume wise. I'm gonna back away. I've seen some planted in ground, and this is one of the cold hardy ones. So however, it'll be really hard to protect, not unless I build a greenhouse around them when they get big. I've seen them like a gigantic bush, and yeah, this would have been 4 times as big now if this is only in ground. However, our weather here, it's not like South Texas where it can go bad, but it takes a while for them to get hit with 20 degrees. And it's not the temperature, it's the length of it that kills the citrus. Even though they're hardy at a certain temperature, when you get freezing for like 2 days straight, like 48 hours below freezing, they just get destroyed. It doesn't matter how hardy they are, they take a lot of damage or even get killed. I've never lost grafted one other than the Nagami because it was way too young, and I put it in ground. I just covered it, so that should have been in a pot for maybe 2 years. Let the branches brown up first, then I could put it in ground, then I could protect covering it, like the Satsumas that I have in ground right now. So that should have been it. I got too excited thinking, we won't have any hard freeze last year, but we did, and it got taken out. So that's the first citrus that I lost. Other freezing temperatures before the citrus, they all survived, but man, they barely made it, and they all made it. It took a while. Like didn't get any fruit that year. They all recovered. We got tons of fruit the following year. So and of course after a while you get familiar with what rootstock growth is versus the grafted one. You can see the graft line right there. So any growth below this cut right here would be the rootstock. All right, so let's do a taste test. Let me grab probably this one just dangling here, tiny. All right, I'm gonna bite into it so you see the inside. Super sweet with a little bit of tart that you get from the skin. That is so good. Do they have seeds? I'm trying to remember. The bigger one, I don't remember. Let me get a big one. All right, right here. Yep, lots of seeds. Can you plant these and propagate them? Of course. Will they fruit? Yes. 7 years maybe, I don't know. Yeah. And I don't know if they're true to seed. Most likely not. All right, so that's our Maywa kumquat. This is the sweet kumquat.